I would like to welcome you to our Saturday night joyful gathering, inspirational talk and prayer. I'm Reverend Margaret Palagye from Joyful Gathering Spiritual Center, located in Westmont, New Jersey. And I am so happy that you decided to join us this evening, because this is, as you know, on Facebook, live on Facebook and on YouTube as well, and we'll go out in our newsletter tomorrow. But we try to reach everyone to give them some kind of inspiring words, something to uplift them. I want you to check out our website, joyfulgathering.org. We have Zoom, meditation and prayer during the week, and we have many other events and classes during the week. They're all on Zoom. We have practitioners who will pray for you. Go to our website, their names are up there. These are services we offer. And when you feel inspired, please visit that website, joyfulgathering.org, and make your donations to support our spiritual community, because we want to keep bringing you these great messages. We're going to bring them to you anyway. So let's begin our service as we always do. Let's breathe in peace. And let's exhale peace. Let's inhale light and exhale light. I'd like us to start this talk this evening and to focus on positive possibilities, on the oneness of life. We've gotten a little bit away kind of from our spiritual truth, and I want to really get back into the full core of our teachings. Let us focus on our spirituality, on being powerful creators, not victims of any circumstance. We are not victims, we are powerful creators. Your choice. So just for this 1/2 hour, I want you to let go of everything that's going on this planet and just bring your focus to this moment here with me and with your community. So what we're doing is we are letting go. We're letting go because when we let go, that's when we let God be God in us, through us, and as us. So many of us are so caught up in what is taking place right now, understandably so, but this is a time for self-care, and that self-care begins with just relaxing into these straight-up religious science, New Thought teachings that I am going to speak about this evening. It's ageless wisdom, truths that have been around for everyone, every day, since the beginning of human time. So isn't it really wonderful when you think that you don't have to go looking for God? Because God has never been missing. Never been missing. God is within each and every one of us. And that's what we believe in our spirituality, that we are connected in this unity of all life. That means that we have a divine guidance that is always moving through us. And these are some points I want us to take in. God, the source and substance through all that is. God, the power in all that is. And God is the creator as well as the creation of all that is. And that is really going to start to anchor us into our spiritual teachings. And this is what we really believe. We believe that the life within us is the life of God. And that's the life of truth, harmony, beauty, and wholeness. We believe that the mind within us is the mind of God. And that mind is the governing principle of our lives. And we believe that the power within us is the power of God. And this power is our divine authority to create. We create through choice. And those are slightly modified words of our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, in his book, Living the Science of Mind. And they are nice words, they're wonderful words, so nice and wonderful that I want you to hear them one more time before we go deep into our consciousness and how we can embody these words and truly, in all circumstances, live with that connection, that inner connection. We believe that the life within us is the life of God, and this life is truth, beauty, harmony, and wholeness. We believe that the mind within us is the mind of God. And this mind is the governing principle of our lives. And we believe that the power within us is the power of God. And this power is our divine authority to create. So we might nod our heads and say, yeah, those are nice words. I really like them. They really lift me up. But it's not enough. It's not enough. It isn't enough just to agree that the words make you feel good. We must actually believe and embody these words. What does it mean to embody them? We hear this a lot. What does it mean to embody these words? It means to fully and completely integrate them into our consciousness. And the definition of consciousness is the totality of our beingness that we bring to the table of life. That's our consciousness. So we embody something, and that means to fully and completely integrate it into our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our emotions, our attitudes, our words, our reactions. That's consciousness. And it's our beingness. We all have a consciousness. Let's have a conscious consciousness. Let's know what we really desire in our lives and live in this moment and focus on that. Because it is when we fully and completely integrate these qualities and totality of our beingness that all becomes, then life becomes, this becomes a game changer in life. That they give us a clear definition and a clear roadmap in the way of living. And truly, we want to live in peace. We want to live in security and safety. We want to live in a state of fulfillment. So let's begin the embodiment process. Even though you're not here with me live, we're going to do it virtually, because in the one mind there is no separation. There is no separation in the one mind. So you and I are still one. It makes no difference if you are here present with me. In the unity of all life, there is no separation. So we're going to make these words very, very personal. And these are the words from Ernest Holmes' book. So I invite you to say these to yourself or out loud, because I can't hear you. So I invite you to say these words after me. The life within me is the life of God. And this life, my life, is truth, beauty, harmony, and wholeness. Often we ignore these truths, these words. And when we do that, we stop the flow of life. We totally block the flow when we allow the fear and confusion that can turn up in our lives to control us. Yes, we're going to feel confused. Yes, we're going to experience anxiety, but we cannot let that fear, that anxiety control our lives. We cannot. Well, we could, but I choose not to. I absolutely choose to align myself with a power that is so much greater than any condition, than any effect. That's my choice. So be with these words for a minute that I just spoke, these qualities of God. Let them sink in. What do they mean for you? aren't just true about somebody else. They are true about you. There is no one who is more enlightened than you are. So do not think that someone else knows so much more than you do about spirituality. You, my friend, have a gift, a beautiful gift within you. And your enlightenment is personal to you. Who and how would you be and feel if you embody these words of absolute truth? Would you think ill about yourself anymore? I don't think so. Would you put yourself down anymore? Would you think that there is something inherently wrong or bad about you? Would you still think that you don't deserve a life of peace and happiness and beauty and wholeness? I really don't think so if you really embody these words tonight. Rather, you would recognize your greatness, see your uniqueness, celebrate who you are, because you are the living God. That's who you are. God is expressing in and through and as us. You are the living God in which the divine allows itself to be expressed through us. And now we've established who and whose we are, I want to move on to a statement that I shared earlier. The mind within me is the mind of God. And this mind, my mind, is the governing principle of my life. Don't you want to be governed by something that is absolutely clear and above and beyond any kind of condition? That's what we do when we align our mind. Not our ego, our thoughts, our beliefs about ourselves, the bubble mind, not that, but the higher mind. We allow our higher mind to connect with the divine mind. And I want to read you something else that Dr. Holmes wrote in Living the Science of Mind. And I hope this will clarify what I'm trying to get across to you. And I know most of you know this, and if you don't know it on a conscious level, the subconscious level absolutely reacts to this. So take these words in. Since the mind within you is the mind of God, and since the mind of God not only created everything that has ever existed, but will create everything that is going to be, you already have within you the ability to project new ideas, new thoughts, new desires. Know that you are going to receive what you are holding in mind. For you are dealing with that mind which is the conceiver of all thoughts, all ideas. Remember, the currency of the universe is to deal in ideas. Back to Holmes. When you call upon this mind for an answer to your problem, it at once knows the answer because there is no problem to it. In this way, the answer to every problem already is in mind, and that mind which you possess. Remember that every problem that comes into our lives comes in with a solution. Are we in the problem or are we in the solution? I say that it's a choice. I say that we can choose. We have been programmed differently, possibly, in our lives to think that we are victims of circumstances. I beg to differ with that theory. I don't believe it. And if you believe these words, you would be someone who trusted yourself, trusted in who you are. You would be someone who knew that your dreams and hopes and desires are readily available to you. You would be the person who knew that no matter what issues you may be facing, that divine mind is bigger than that. Can you imagine there is a mind that is bigger than the COVID-19? There's a mind that's bigger than that. We are so much more than we believe or know that we are. It's infinite. Spiritual teacher Mary Morrissey said, don't bring your big problems to God. Bring your big God to your problems. Are we doing that? Are we focused on that, or did we leave God out of it? And now to embody our final thought. The power within me is the power of God. And this power is my divine authority to create. Holmes tells us yet again. Holmes tells us in Living the Science of Mind. To think is to create. This is the key which opens the doorway to wisdom and power. That doorway is already within you. What are you focusing on? Where are your thoughts going? Do a mind check. Where are your thoughts going most of all during the day? Check in with your mind. Because you're creating those thoughts. You're creating them as effects in your life, either consciously or by default. So when we are conscious, by embodying all of these qualities and knowing that we have the power to choose, that's when we create the effects that we want to experience. Thoughts are cause. We got to remember that. Thoughts are cause. Circumstances are effects. This virus, pandemic, COVID-19, is an effect. I don't know what the effect came from, but it's in our lives. It's in my life. It's here. I get to choose how I want to respond to this effect. By my choice in choosing how I want to respond, I'm creating a new effect in my life. And I tell you, it hasn't been filled with fear. It hasn't been filled with complete chaos and confusion. Yes, I follow all the protocol. I do that. But my mind, nobody's going to control my mind but me. No one's going to control your mind but you. But you have to choose to be empowered in that, knowing that you can do that. What a wonderful thing it is, truly, to realize that when you embody these truths, you are so much more powerful. You are filled with clarity. You're filled with the faith of knowing that there is a power for good, and that power is there to protect, guide, and to make clear the way for us. The life within us is the life of God. The mind within us is the mind of God. And the power within us is the power of God, and it is our divine authority to create. What a wonderful thing this is. This is so wonderful to know. I want to read, and I want to kind of end this talk. I'm going to do a prayer afterwards. But before I end the talk, I want to read a prayer from Living the Science of Mind, written by Dr. Ernest Holmes. So take a listen to this. You can close your eyes. You can leave them open. He wrote this: whatever I believe to be true about God, I declare to be the truth about myself. The power within me, which is God, is the law of good, establishing right action in my life. In this manner, I gain dominion and exercise authority. To think is to create. This is the key which opens the doorway to wisdom, power, the doorway that is already present within me. And he continues, somewhere within me, the mind of God reveals the truth that I was born free, that the will of God is for me, and it's one of goodness, truth, and beauty. All the power there is for me. I am made in the image and likeness of this life. I am a personification of it. I am the personality of God. Ooh, this is Holmes. I'm the personality. You're the personality of God. The kingdom of heaven is already within me. And the law of that kingdom is harmony, peace, and joy. So let us let go, let God be God in us, acting through us and guiding us. I can't say this enough. We are not victims. We are powerful, creative beings. So in the midst of all this confusion that is happening right now, in the midst of this, let us let go of anything that does not empower us. We are beautiful beings of the light. We are. That's who we are. Please let us not forget that. Thank you.